What's going on, everybody? I am the Goods on YouTube, TGsoGood everywhere else. Welcome to the morning live stream. This content will be trimmed down and made into a regular video, but let's get into today's content. All right, so today we are, of course, discussing PC communities, Discord, forums, and social media, all right, for NBA 2K. So I can go ahead and get this down now. Let me take this down. And in the background here, I've got NLSC up and I've got Discord. So I kind of just wanted to go over some things really quickly, and you guys feel free to chime in the chat about what you like about certain aspects and what you don't like about, certain forums, things like that. Let's not throw shots at any people personally or anything like that. I'm gonna go to OperationSports. I'm gonna pull those guys up also. All right. So one of my favorite places to be since I was younger was the NLSC. Okay. As you can see here, if you get on the NLSC, it used to be like a really, I'm not going to say it used to be, it's still a great place to find guys who mod and different mods. It's a great place to find old information about whether it be old NBA 2K games on PC or even current games, or old NBA Live games on PC and how to modify the games. But it's more than just mods like most places are. Just like Discord is going to be more than just mods. But if you're in the PC community playing a sports game, you know that mods can really change the game for the better. All right. So let's talk about NLSC, because NLSC has been around for a very long time. So if I go over to the main page, and I'll make this a little bigger, as you can see, NLSC has articles from time to time, podcasts. Back in the day, they used to have the top 10, and for the last few months, I believe they've brought back the top 10. I believe it's been around a few months. It might have been around maybe close to a year now that they brought it back, but the top 10 is back, and it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Posting the videos to YouTube and Twitter and stuff like that, so you guys can check out the top 10 plays of the week. It's a lot of content here. It's a lot of content here, especially with the articles, because when you read the articles, it definitely has you thinking. But I'd say most people don't want to read articles, and that's not a knock on anybody, but when you look at the community and you look at, who's in the community, there's a lot of, I would say, younger people that don't want to necessarily read anything. And there are a lot of older guys, but I don't know if all of them actually play the game still. But I think the older community would love a website like NLSC. I don't want to say older, but guys who've been, you don't even have to be older, because you could be 28 and you could have been playing 2K since you were, 14. If you've been playing for 14 years, then I would consider you somebody older in the community, as far as just like the amount of time you spent playing games, even if you used to play the old NBA Live. So I don't mean to say you're an old person. I just mean to say, like, in gaming years, somebody who's really experienced and not really new to the basketball gaming community, they probably would love like all the articles and top 10 stuff like that. But they also have forums. They also have forums here where you can discuss things and also view mods, basically. But it's about more than mods. We share information, stuff like that. But all right, so this is where I get into the Discord discussion. I'm gonna make this big, Discord. So I guess this is people that I have on my friends list that are currently online. Discord, say, how long have I been on Discord? I think I got into Discord at the end of 2K20. I had no idea what Discord was. I just know somebody invited me and I got here. I didn't know how to use this thing. NLSC does have a Discord, but their Discord server is very, very basic, and that can be good, but it also can be, it also can limit, the server. But not, maybe hopefully I can explain that better. That's not a knock on it. I actually like that it's so simple because they already have a forum and a website and all of that. But for somebody new coming into Discord and seeing, oh, they're going to be like, oh, this is all they have on their Discord. So, especially if it's somebody who knows, like really knows how to use Discord. But this NLSC already has a ton of ways to communicate: Twitter, YouTube, forums, the website. So I would say this is great for NLSC to just have a Discord at all. Plus, the thing I like about it being so simple is it keeps the bots away. It's easier to keep the bots away when you don't have a million channels. All right, so, but then again, maybe there's an easy way to keep the bots away. So let's go over to 2K Modding Society. Now, I'm not necessarily comparing NLSC to the Modding Society because I use both, and I think everybody should just use whatever avenues of community that you want to use. Use whatever you want to use. If you want to use Discord, use it. If you want to use the forums, use it. But you need to know the advantages and disadvantages of it. So right now, if I go to Google, let me see if I can go to Google. I'm going to go to Google. And there's other avenues other than just Discord and, certain forums. Let's see. There's other avenues. You can do Reddit, stuff like that, and I'll get into that stuff in a second. I'm going to type in NBA 2K22 mods, Discord, and let's see what comes up. So you don't, as you can see, you don't actually see many links to an actual Discord. So if I click here, maybe this is an invite. I'm just going to accept it and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. All right, it's just loading. I don't see anything. It just says messages failed to load. This makes no sense. I don't know what this is. Okay. There's nothing here. Oh, you got to get verified, I guess. And see, this is one of the drawbacks of Discord. Because you have some servers. I really have no idea what this server is for. So I'm just going to get up out of this thing. It's pointless to me. But maybe it's a great Discord server. There's no way for me to know because I can't see any of the information back there. I can't see any of that. So that's one of the drawbacks to Discord. I'm not on Facebook. Facebook is another avenue where people make communities and groups, and I'm not on Facebook at all, so I can't tell you whether those are good or, I'm sure they are good, but I can't tell you the advantages and disadvantages of the Facebook groups because I'm not on them. I'm not on Facebook at all, or Meta, or whatever it's called. I don't know. But so you do have some communities that are more open than others. I'm gonna just leave this server, that other server. I don't know. I don't even know what's going on that server. But like the Modding Society, it's not a bad community. It's pretty good. As you can see, it's pretty active. But okay, so I need to talk about the advantages. So one of the advantages, and I was really sitting here thinking like, why would I have a preference to use this over something like a forum here. But I think one of the reasons is the ease of use. So let's look at it. The ease of use. But again, I already showed you when I did the Google search thing, there's a drawback. So it already has a drawback. Like I can't pull up anything in the search results. So a year or two from now, if I want to, just come on Google and say Modding Society, Discord, there may be a link. What is this? I'll have to look at that. But there may be a link to the Discord, but like I can't look up any images. Like I can't really look up any of the images there. Most of these are not from the Modding Society. Yeah, none of these are, because I don't think Google can archive any of the information in Discord. But I could be wrong. What is this? See, like I have no idea what this stuff is. But when you're actually in the Discord server, there's tons of stuff, and you can use the search bar. You can use the search bar up here. So let's say I want to look up LeBron, or let's just say I want to look up Cyberface, the word Cyberface. Oh, then look, something right here pops up, Cyberface's mods, which is this little thing right here. But in the search results come up here, but you have to already be in this group. And what if you never even knew about the group? What if you're new to modding and you don't know about the group, and you have to be sent an invite, and you don't have an invite, you don't know about this? I mean, eventually, since you're in the community, eventually you will probably run into somebody, especially if you're looking for something that is within that server. You probably will run into somebody. So let me get off of that. But on the other hand, if I do a Google search for, let's just look up, if I do a Google search for NBA 2K22 Cyberface, other places are going to come up in the search results. Number one, wow. Number one and number two. It used to be NLSC, but now it's 2K Specialist and JusBGood. And that could, and forums, NLSC is right here, the third result. But this could be skewed by my browsing history. Maybe these came up because of my browsing history, but maybe that's why that came up number one, number two, and but I'm on NLSC like every day, so I don't know. But anyway, it comes up like this. NLSC is in the results. If we go to images, but Discord is not in the results. If we go to images, look at that. Number one image is from NBA-live.com, which is the NLSC. I'm seeing some nice pictures here. You see, when I see the pictures, then it makes me want to go to the site. Like this one is from Facebook. This one's from OperationSports, and that's from JusBGood. He made that. But then like this one here, I'm like, oh, this is intriguing. What is this? This is Superbug's draft class. I'm like, oh, where's this at? It's NLSC forums. So then you can click that and go to it. But there's no Discord results, though. That's the thing. For somebody new, Discord is kind of a disadvantage because you just don't know about it. But one of the advantages, I would say, is how quickly you can navigate Discord. Like I can go from Cyberfaces. Let's look at it. I can go from Cyberfaces to jerseys to courts to tutorials, modding tools, because it's just the layout of it. It doesn't make a forum any less useful. It's just the layout and the quickness. So like for the forum, if I want to go to, say, okay, I've got to find the section that I want to go to. All right, so all right, I want to look at NBA 2K22. What kind of stuff do they have here in the forums? All right, takes a split second longer, and I've got to look through these to see. It's very organized. It is very organized. That is an advantage. and it's organized by reply date. If you look now, it says you can search here, you can search the whole forum, or you could just search NBA 2K22 by searching here. It comes up in the Google search results, but this isn't really appeasing to the eye. That's not a knock on NLSC, but for today's generation who's been using the internet a certain way for so many years, like this visual aesthetic, like it's like it engages the user more. It's just more engaging to the user. So like, okay, I'm on modding tools, general. Okay, but then the other drawback, there's just so much stuff here that may not even apply to what you're looking for. But on the other hand, you can just get in here and start typing right away and jump right into the conversation. And look, you can see somebody's already typing. They're already having a conversation. Like yesterday, look at this. It even highlights when someone asks you, mentions you. Try asking TGsoGood. So, and it'll say new mentions. You click on new mentions, you'll see your name. So, matter of fact, somebody has mentioned me now. Let's go. Oh, this is just shady. Let's go to new mentions up here. Modding help. So I click that, and it's somebody responding to me. It'll even highlight responses to you. So, and this is good because I was asking for help on something, and if somebody sees it, if that's the other drawback, because sometimes too many messages come in and everybody doesn't read the chain. But when there's not too many messages, because this is a dedicated thread right here, this modding help. So somebody who could help saw it, they responded right away, and they said they might be able to check later. So that's, I'll put a little emoji for clapping. The way you can interact on here is just, it's more engaging. Doesn't mean it's always more useful, but it is more engaging to somebody's brain because they have the visual stimulation and the immediate responses. But the responses aren't necessarily slow in a forum. They're not instant. That's the only thing. And you have to look around. Okay, you have to look around to see, okay, this was Sticky Fingers who replied to this last, or D-Main responded to this last. So let's see. If I come in here, I just want to look at modding. Like, this is the general stuff, and you can look at it. And I believe red is what I haven't read. Like, let me see. Yeah, red is like a thread that I haven't gone to. And when you look at a thread like this is a new thread, something like this. Like, if this was on Discord, this would not be its own thread. It would just be a comment that somebody can choose to respond to or not. But on a forum, since a forum is a lot more organized, this kind of looks like a dead thread, because although people will read this, they'll be like, will this be the last? Will 2K23 be last gen again? Okay, I'm interested in seeing this person's take. And then they might have thoughts about it. Let's read it, actually. He said, I know it's early. WWE 2K22 finally being released soon in March, and 2K is giving the PC players the last gen version. After 2.5 year delay and redesigned engines, new controls, all the features you can handle, PC still gets the last gen version. All right, I might have to do a video on that. But anyway, I'm gonna look at his picture, see if this was on. Well, the other thing is you kind of got to know how to put in the code to show the picture, and a lot of people don't. But if this was Discord, they could just copy and paste the picture into the chat. So Discord is useful. But anyway, I'm interested in this. Let's see what this person's talking about. PC players will get the current gen version of the game. Sheesh. All right, it says, for some reason, 2K doesn't want the PC version of the games to match up with next-gen consoles. It's no longer about time and resources, right? I hope I'm wrong and 2K23 gets the updated version. It's not looking good. So this is actually very interesting, but most likely no one is going to respond to this person. Or maybe one or two people will respond. Or maybe since people are watching my video, maybe someone will come to this thread and actually comment. But if this was in Discord, so the advantage to having this on the forum is it'll always be there. It'll come up in the Google search results. And if somebody wants to talk about this 6 months from now, they actually can come to this post and maybe it looks dead and they can revive this thread if nobody has commented in 6 months. The advantage to putting something like this on Discord would be you'd probably get more immediate responses, but it would definitely die off a lot quicker. And if this was on Discord, nobody's coming back to this post in 6 months. It's a wrap. Nobody's coming back to this post in 6 months. So that's the drawback of having this on Discord. But again, the drawback of having it on NLSC is maybe nobody's going to comment on this for a month or two. I'll actually come back and comment on this. But I don't know. For some reason, people just don't get as engaged on a forum. See, when you look at the right side of my screen, you feel like jumping into a conversation. On the left side of my screen, yes, this is very interesting subject, but it's just like, nobody else is talking about it. This is from January 21st. This is a very interesting post. But people may not want to talk about it just because, oh wait, I can't see. Oh my goodness. I just realized, guys, the whole time I didn't even see the chat. I couldn't even see the chat. It was hidden. Sorry. I'll look at the comments in the section. But what I was going to say is this was written on January 21st. I mean, now it's 10 days later and nobody has commented. And people may have already talked about this. Like this may be one reason why nobody's commenting. The people who saw it may have already commented on other posts similar on other forums, stuff like that. But if this was on like Reddit, let's say Reddit or Discord, it will get immediate responses. Well, sometimes Reddit is hit or miss, but man, see, that's why I like to block people. Not block people, but that's why I like to I'm looking at the comments. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking at the comments. I see Lord J saying, why isn't there a game or gameplay yet? That's why I like to leave the chat only open to subscribers. Because every time I talk about 2K doesn't mean there's going to be gameplay. What's good? T2 Awesome, Flacco, Chase, Dents. What's good, guys? But Lord J, just leave the channel. I don't even have time to explain because I'm in the middle of making content related to building the community. So Lord J, I appreciate the view. Thank you. But it won't be any gameplay on this video unless I play a video of somebody else's gameplay. So it's no shot at you or anything, but I'm in the middle of making something constructive for the community. It's not just the never mind, I'm not gonna take shots at other videos. So anyway, so we were discussing the advantages, disadvantages of not NLSC, but of forums. The same thing goes for OperationSports versus Discord or some other platform. Now you do also have a platform like Twitter. Twitter would be a more social, not more social, because Discord is very social, depending on how many members you can get in there, how open it is, how friendly the server is. But Twitter is more personalized. That's what I would say. So like we got Andrew, and he's over the NLSC, but he has his own page. You know, he has his own where he shares his own thoughts, and it's not just game related. But you can find some great guys in the community. So what I like to do is, I would say, man, and I really see. I'm not even going to comment. Matter of fact, I'm going to comment on this post, because if I don't, it will get no interaction and it'll just fall to the bottom and disappear. So I'm going to comment on this so that I can remember to come back. This is very interesting. I'm bookmarking this thread for future discussion. Now, there's ways you can make your threads more engaging, like having pictures, quotes, stuff like that. You can make it more engaging, but it takes work. And nobody wants to get online and do work when they're just chatting it up. Nobody wants to do the work. All right, so, and then like after that, you have to go back out of this. Like, this is like, it's not as convenient as clicking around in Discord, where you can just get to where you want to get to, and then get that off my screen, immediately loads up. But yeah, you're still in here, you're still in this thread. Gotta back out, then you gotta start over and looking for a new thread to go to. And it's just a disadvantage. It's not bad, because again, everything is so organized, and you can come back to it later. If I click view post, now that I commented in that thread, that post is part of my history of threads that I've commented in, so it'll be here. And if somebody else comments in that thread and I click view my post, I'll be able to see, hey, somebody new commented in that thread. But with Discord, I mean, it's just a different animal. What's going on, guys? What's going on, Lewis? Zondak. All right. Hey, Goods, do you think NBA 2K23 will be next gen? Well, that's literally what we were talking about in this thread. So I'll put the link to this thread in there. But I don't know now. I didn't realize WWE 2K for PC was going to be current gen. I'm going to put the link to this thread. But, all right. So what else did I want to talk about? All right. So I'll show you one thing I'll show you guys kind of a comparison between OperationSports, Twitter. Yeah, let's do it. All right. So